So how do the Republicans take this slam dunk, ain't no problem for us, and make it a problem? I'll tell you, Charlie. So you may be aware that we had a government shutdown. And that is all a government shutdown is we haven't approved funding for the current period of time and going forward. So if you're not sitting on money, you got no money to pay. So they had to pass a spending bill to get out of it. So it took a while. At some point, someone sneaked in some provision that Massey and Rand Paul don't like because they say it harms hemp farmers in Kentucky. I believe them. They're working to get that undone. But someone put that in there the last second. And they're like, oh, come on. Like,
Mitch.
Was it Mitch that did it?
Mitch McConnell.
Who's also from Kentucky. I hate that guy. He didn't do it. He does things like Joe Biden does things. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just...
He's the fall guy. Get it?
That's pretty good. It is weird, like the Republican relationship with hemp, cannabis, etc. In Florida, DeSantis was like, well, I don't want to have legalized marijuana. Like, I don't want to be smelling that everywhere. But Delta 8 is legal. And medical is legal. So people are already smoking weed all over the place. It's just they're not smoking normal, unprocessed marijuana without a license. So, I mean, and that's all there is to it. And at some point, they were trying to, the conservative Republicans in Florida passed a bill outlawing Delta 8. It got to the governor's desk, and he vetoed it. He said, nope, we're not going to do that. There's too many small, but whatever, he said. But he had a chance to sign a bill to get rid of Delta 8 weed. So it would be back down to only medicinal, nothing else. He vetoed that. And it ends up that a lot of money was pouring in from Delta 8 companies into the DeSantis campaign, Friends of DeSantis, all these sorts of things. Just money from Delta 8 bros. And so then when the recreational comes up for a vote, that's when he's like, no, we don't want that. It's like, of course not, because you're corporate cronies. And then they go, oh, this is big cannabis. It's True Leaf trying to have a monopoly. You go, it's not. Like, I've read the legislation. We talked about it. It's not. Like, that's just dishonest. But also, you're working with a big cannabis. It's just like the tasty cake version of it, the highly processed. They had to figure out how to make a plant and do a workaround with, making it highly processed in order to make it legal. And so that's okay. But the actual thing right out of the ground, not okay. Anyway, so the Republicans have a weird relationship, like Massey and Rand Paul come at it from like a liberty, just freedom perspective. So they're right, of course, but I don't know. It's all crazy. Okay, so Mitch McConnell slides the thing in about the weed. No one really cared. And they go, okay, we'll work on this to make it so it doesn't affect Kentucky after the fact. Thune, the replacement for Mitch McConnell, when Mitch McConnell, I want to be the leader. He was just sitting back on his Chinese millions, cocaine Mitch with his Chinese millions. He was definitely not compromised by having the Chinese government build him cargo ships that fund his existence. Anyway, it's normal. Just a normal, powerful senator owned by China. So his replacement slid a little provision in right before the vote, told nobody, and of course, nobody reads bills, so you can do that. That's the great thing about omnibus bills. If you just don't mention it in there, odds are no one's going to ever see it. So what does this provision do, Charlie? I'll tell you. So Arctic frost violated the rights of these various elected leaders and organizations, etc. Well, if you happen to be a senator, not Turning Point USA, not Jim Jordan, if you happen to be a senator whose rights were violated by the Arctic frost investigation, you have the right to sue the government for up to $500,000 per occurrence. Now, what is an occurrence? Is that per record that they found? Is it per day of records? It's not really defined. And they worded it in a way that it kind of skirts around the normal like legal process to speed it up. So basically, it kind of gives you sue, you win type of thing, you know? And so, yeah, they just slid it in there. We got voted on, approved, government's open. And they go, oh, like, what the hell is this? So there's almost no limit. Of course, you sue the DOJ and they pay out. Well, they don't make products. They don't charge for services. They take tax dollars. So they're just going to take, so we have a deficit, a huge deficit. We still have not reined in COVID era spending. So we're still, every year, we get, $2 to $3 trillion worse than we were the year prior. And we could just, even if we just rolled back to 2019, was that it? If we just rolled back to 2019 spending, the way the GDP's increased, all that kind of stuff, we would be okay. I mean, not great. We need to do better than that, but that would be okay. But of course, we haven't done that. So we're already spending more than we have year over year. We're borrowing it. We're printing it, which, of course, takes all of us and makes our dollars worth less. So they're just stealing value from our savings. And then they go, I'm going to need some of that. Like, I'm going to spend a lot of money, so your money's not worth anything. But that hurts my money, too. So I'm going to peel off a couple $500,000 spots just for me. Just for me and my Senate brothers. So what's your thoughts about this provision, Charlie?
So, like you mentioned, the Republicans could have capitalized on this politically, but it seems they're just capitalizing it monetarily.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
This is extortion. Technically.
I mean, taxation's extortion. It's, I don't know if it's extortion because it is like punitive damages, but it is corruption in that the mechanism by which the legal process and the monetary compensation is set up is in a way that makes it such a slam dunk easy thing that it's like having an ATM card basically with no limit. You go whatever, like it's approved. It's a rubber stamp victory, because you go like this happened, and you go okay. After we know this thing happened, we're gonna make a law saying if this thing happened, and you were one of the people wrapped up in it, basically, all you have to do is basically justify the number of occurrences. I think is pretty much the hard part of it.
But that's also could be open-ended too.
Yes.
My God.
Yes. So, to the credit of, obviously once the Democrats found out about it, they weren't happy. But to the credit of the House Republicans, most of them were pretty unhappy about it. They're like, this is ridiculous. I'll read some quotes out here.
So if you're not an insider trader in the government, here's your opportunity to gain some cash.
No, you can be an insider trader too.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
The Speaker of the House said he was very unhappy about it. Chip Roy from Texas, we're striking the provision as fast as we can, and we expect the Senate to move on it. We believe there's fairly sizable growing majority over there that doesn't believe. Going over there that do believe they should strike it. Okay, so, Democrat representative said this is kind of a one-sided get-rich scheme at the expense of taxpayers, and that's why Americans are so disgusted with this Congress. That was Joe Morrell from New York. He is absolutely right. Fact check, true. Probably, okay, this is Austin Scott from Republican Georgia. So the provision was probably the most self-centered, self-serving piece of language he'd ever seen. Introduced a resolution to appeal the provision. Okay. So anyway, luckily, lots of Republicans are like, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. So when before the Republicans started moving on it, let's hear MAGA patriot Lindsey Graham, who just loves women. He just loves them to do touching with and smooches because he loves women. I'm Lindsey Graham and I'm a man's man. Anyway, this is him. I just hate this guy so much.
It's like a college football coach.
He does kind of, yeah. I'm just a lifelong bachelor because I just can't get enough of the honeys. All right, so this is him on Hannity again. So this is before really people started speaking up about, or before we even knew about the provision. Okay, but just to show this fella.
Worse than Watergate, an effort to destroy President Trump, charge him with crimes that are just ridiculous, and come after people like me. I'm not going to put up with this crap anymore. I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue the hell out of these people.
How much are you going to sue them for?
Tens of millions of dollars, because I went to Fannie Willis in Atlanta, spent $1.2 million with that bullshit in Atlanta. Now I find out they spy on my phone records as a senator and a private citizen, chairman of the Judiciary Committee.
Okay, shut up. So it's like, what are you going to do? Sue for millions and get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know what's happening, but it's not letting me switch away. Normal. I don't know. Will you switch us?
Weird.
Yeah. Yep, we're back. Okay, whatever. So Lindsey Graham, before people knew about it, was like, I am outraged. This is a violation of my rights, and I am going to sue because of Fannie. And I'm going to sue for tens of millions. So when he's doing this, we don't yet know.
I can't take him seriously.
What? Trump loves this guy.
I know.
He's a MAGA patriot, a true America First patriot, Lindsey Graham, and he loves women.